Hey, how's it going? Dave 2D here. So in late 2015, I did a review of the 14-inch LG Gram. It was a thin and light Ultrabook, but it had a few too many compromises for me to just openly recommend it to everyone. This is the 15-inch version. It's been updated for 2017. It uses their magnesium carbon nanotube material again, a super lightweight metal alloy, but they've done a respectable job with the build on the 15-inch. The top deck doesn't have much flex for how light the device is. The bottom panel also is much better than I expected. The hinge is well made, and it's actually one-hand openable despite being so thin. It's pretty cool. The screen and top panels still have more flex than I'd like, but unless you're really rough on this device, you'll be fine. If you're worried, I'd just get a sleeve. Now the reason why they go with this magnesium alloy is so that they can make this laptop extremely light. It's 2.4 pounds, so that's just barely over a kilogram, and it starts at $1,200 depending on specs. So by comparison, when you take an equally spec'd XPS 13, that's 2.7 pounds for a 13.3 inch screen. The LG Gram is 2.4 pounds with a 15.6 inch screen. It has a lighter weight with a significantly bigger screen, and when you hold it, it's awesome. It's incredibly light and easy to carry around. It doesn't feel like an indestructible tank, but if you're trying to get to this weight, there's not much more you can do. The port selection is pretty good for a device like this. There's a micro SD slot, audio jack, a bunch of USB-A ports, HDMI, and one USB-C port. It doesn't support Thunderbolt 3, but they've included an Ethernet dongle. If you want to get inside, it's actually quite difficult to open up. You have to remove some rubber feet, some hinge covers, and then pry the bottom panel off. It can be done though. Inside you'll see a single slot of DDR4 RAM. My unit has 16 gigs. The storage uses a SATA interface. The speeds are actually very fast for SATA 3, but it's still limited. It's no NVMe. The battery down here has been upgraded to 60 watt hours, a massive improvement over the 35 watt hours of the older model, and this battery was one of the biggest complaints about the previous generation, and LG listened and they made it significantly better. So right now on this model, I'm able to comfortably get 8 hours of regular use with a screen at 250 nits, and this is just like regular work. If you want to watch movies or if you want to lower the screen brightness, you'll be able to get longer battery life, especially with the Kaby Lake chip, but the important thing is that you can go through a full day of use without bringing your charger around. Opening the screen, you can see that the bezels are really thin. It rivals the thin bezels of the XPS line from Dell. Not as thin, but close. The display is a 1080p IPS panel, glossy finish, and it's a touchscreen. It gets reasonably bright enough for any kind of indoor work. The viewing angles and the color gamut are also not bad. The webcam is located on the bottom hinge because of the bezels, so you have that upward camera angle again. The keyboard is backlit this year. That's another big thing that LG addressed. The main keyboard area is pretty comfortable to use. The keys only have 1.1 millimeters of travel. Not a lot, but they feel responsive enough and it's roomy. There's a number pad on the right, but the keys there feel cramped to me. I don't ever use those keys, so I'm not the best judge of them, but if you need a number pad for work, this has one of them. The trackpad's okay. For the most part, tracking is accurate and the click mechanism feels good. It uses ELAN drivers. I wish it was using Windows Precision drivers, but these ones aren't bad. In terms of performance, this unit is running a Kaby Lake i7 with the HD 620. It's a very snappy system when doing work, browsing the web, or watching videos. Gaming performance isn't amazing. This isn't a device for pro gamers, but the HD 620 can get playable frame rates in lighter games on low settings. If you want to edit videos, I'd stick with 1080p footage. 4K is going to be choppy, and definitely put your footage on an external drive. The thermals are respectable this time. It obviously gets warm when you push it hard, but nothing uncomfortable. The fans don't come on often, and even when they do, they're still pretty quiet. And when I run heavier benchmarks on this thing, there is CPU throttling, but it's not bad considering the form factor. And when I run the stress test from 3D Mark, it passes, which is really weird to see on an ultralight laptop. The speakers are good. They don't sound amazing in terms of audio quality. I mean, they're a small Ultrabook speaker, but they're clear enough, and they position them in a way that they actually fire outwards toward the sides so that the stereo effect is really pronounced on the system. So that's the 15-inch Gram, and I kind of find it weird that more companies don't make devices like this. I mean, you can find 13-inch thin and light Ultrabooks everywhere. There's like an army of them to choose from. But if you're looking for something with a bigger screen, this is one of very few. With the Gram, you're getting a magnesium alloy casing with decent build quality for its weight. The 15-inch touchscreen is above average. The brightness, color accuracy, and the viewing angles are all pretty good, but it's not perfect. The keyboard's comfortable to use, and the backlighting is a very welcome addition this year. The trackpad is nice to use. There's nothing I dislike about it. The Kaby Lake CPU and the HD 620 are great performers for light to moderate tasks and are well cooled. The RAM and the storage are replaceable if need be, but it's not easy to get in there. And then powering this device is a 60 watt-hour battery that'll comfortably get you 8 hours of real usage. So the 2017 LG Gram, much improved, significantly better battery life. That's the big one for me. The Kaby Lake upgrade is nice, the backlit keyboard is nice. I mean, some people are just gonna love those things, but for me, the extended battery life is just, that brings this laptop from a cool kind of niche product to something that I would openly recommend for anyone who's looking for something that's thin and light with a big screen. That's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it. I'll see you guys next time.